All right, chat. It looks like we're ready. I'm going to go ahead and give these guys the green light. Let's head on over to the main event. And guys, Team USA is going to be Kaiza being represented by Puresol, one of our community members in our Discord. And then let me go ahead and give them the Master Yi real quick. Up top, there we go. So it looks like Team France going with Master Yi. So these guys didn't actually know they didn't know what they're going to be playing against, so it's kind of random. We have five legends, they had 5 legends, but they knew who their opponent was going to be, but they had no idea what legends they were going to be facing off against. So this is going to be interesting. We get Kaiza versus Master Yi. Guys, where have we seen this before, right? And taking a look at the hand, it looks to be kind of standard on both sides. It looks to me like one of them might be on Aurora, because big dead blooms plus find your center. That kind of signals to me that you're trying to ramp up to a certain time, to a certain rune account, right? Go all the way to 9 runes. All right, looks like Puresol from USA will be the first to score, as he has the Kai's already on the board, most likely going into reverse row, scoring that very first point. And of course, chat, I've been so used to the Chinese streams that I haven't even counted the points. Let me go ahead and get that together. I'll count the points for us today. You know, this is like a little intro to the cash cup, so it gets me back into the swing of things. Is this for set 1? No, John, this is set 2. It just so happens to be that both set 1 legends are on the featured table right now. And 2 pods, this is TCG Arena for those don't know, but it looks like a big old whopping dead bloom predator gonna be coming straight for the dome of Kaiza. Thankfully, there's gonna be a reverse row, allowing that Kaiza to retreat back safely. Unless there isn't a dead bloom predator, because yeah, I was about to say, I think there's some little bit of lag going on. Because if you guys know, they're literally in France. We're over here in the States, so there should be a bit of a lag as we're seeing dead bloom. And yeah, that's what it is, because it looked to be somewhat of a lag going on. And exactly right, Patrick. It's a set 1 game and set 2. If you guys see, there's cards like Piercing Light. I think that's actually the only set 2 card we're seeing right now. But let's see, it looks like 1-to-1 tying things up. But you do have the Fair's Forerunner easily enough to be able to push up to the Valmon's lair. But likes to get the card draw instead. Okay, fair play to him. Goes up to 2 points himself. So getting the slight upper hand. And you know, if we're looking at Master Yi's hand, he doesn't really have anything besides those dead blooms. I say that, but dead blooms are some ferocious units, so this is gonna be tricky for Kaiza. We know the old school meta. In set 1, Master Yi would tend to get the upper hand on Kaiza, so perhaps it could be a little bit of an uphill climb, but let's see how it ends up panning out as we're dropping 2 sentries to get this turnover with. Yeah, just going neck and neck for this game number 1. Hold, you know, these dead blooms might be able to hold for most of the matchup. And oh my goodness, chat, we kind of spoke it into existence. We said Dazzling Aurora was nowhere to be found, but luckily for USA, he didn't have the runes to play it, but the Dead Bloom Predator number 2 coming down, taking down the Survivor. And man, Master Yi setting up quite the fortress of a wall on Reaver's Row, on Valmon's lair. This is going to be a tricky nut to crack for Kaiza, but she has a couple spells. The only thing here is those Dead Bloom Predators have deflect, right? And that is like the big arch nemesis of Kaiza decks. Okay, but she's sending everything to the right, so trying to trade 1 for 1, which is interesting. I mean, we know he's completely tapped out, but you're trading 1 for 1, but you're getting 2 draws, you're getting 2 mechs, but the Dead Bloom Predator doesn't necessarily die because of the Zhonya's Hourglass on the board. And Adrian, this is set 1 leaders, but this is definitely set 2. We're in set 2. If you see like a Piercing Light in one of the hands. Oh, he's trying to not trade 1 for 1. The Stupefy might be coming out. You pay the deflect cost with the Legend ability. And actually, it's going to be a Hextech Ray to do 3 damage. Wait a second. I'm confused. 6, 7, 8. It was, oh, Master Yi ability. Of course, I am a dodo. So yeah, Debloom was actually defending for 10 might, of course. So you have to do the 3 damage to bring it into the range of trading 1 for 1. And Magical, what's going on? And Lodi Dodi, I completely forgot to say what's going on, Lodi. Good to see you, by the way. All right, the Yordle, but man, these Debloom Predators might be the most... they might actually be the fairest foes of this matchup. But okay, the double Yordle just to get a lot of draws. And that's what Kaiser is notorious for doing, is getting a lot of hand size, getting that advantage nice and early, setting up a decent board presence. But if I'm being completely honest, that pickup off the top is not feeling too great for us. A charm from Master Yi might just be disastrous for this back line. Nox is hopeful, most likely not going to be Silly Light of the next turn. But perhaps with enough spells, right? What happened to the Pharaohs not making 2 units? Yeah, let me intervene, chat. I'm gonna ask what happened to the mechs. What? And there he is, chat. He just realized it now. And hey, you know, no bias or anything, but we got to keep it clean, right? We got to keep it clean by the rules. It wasn't no intervention. It wasn't USA trying to help Team USA. We're just trying, you know, I'll blame chat, you know. Exactly, Dynasty. Good to see. Good to see. All right, this is getting a little bit out of hand. Kaiser at 2 points. Master Yi all the way at 5 total points currently. All right, there's 9 runes available. What can you possibly do? You know, that's where Kaiser tends to suffer slightly against these high deflect might units. You have damage spells, but you have to invest more than a single spell. So it's going to cost you so much rune economy for doing so. You don't have things like Blood Rush or Cleave that can more efficiently get over these Debblooms. But I say get over, but you guys know it's Master Yi. You have to get over 10 might, and that's not 10 might on one battlefield. That's 10 might on both battlefields, a collective total of 20 might. I don't know if Kaiser is going to be able to cross that bridge, but of course, let's see what Kaiser has in mind. We're seeing a whole lot of spells. There's the Falling Star, the Void Seeker, and 2 Hextech Rays, as well as a Piercing Light. So theoretically, Master Yi doesn't get the ability, doesn't get the +2 until someone attacks. So if you could kind of kill it with spells, which it looks to be the likely investment. Void Seeker coming down number 1. Who is he targeting though? Okay, targeting the left side. So that's going to effectively only have 5 HP remaining. So another investment of Falling Stars. But chat, think about what we're talking about. An investment of a Falling Stars, that's 2 runes. 2 more from Deflect. Plus the Deflect you just paid right now. These are not feeling too good. Wait, what is going on? Why did he ready his Kaiser? I'm actually rather confused. Oh, he paid it himself. He paid it himself. And it looks like it will be another spell getting invested. And now he's going to be using the legend ability. Oh, it's going to be the Piercing Light coming down. So he was at 5 HP. You know, this is actually going to be really tricky. So I think it was a repeated Piercing Light. You know, chat, we see the 1 combat trick in hand. It might be devastating, but the Defy coming now, investing all those deflect resources, and the Defy pretty much nullifying everything that Kaiser was trying to put together, because now no 4 damage across the board, and you only have 2 runes and 1 Fury remaining. things are not looking too good. The wheels are starting to fall off for Kaiza, if they were even on the road already. And it's not deflect 2, it's definitely deflect 1. I meant collectively, right? It's deflect on both sides, so it's pretty much like deflect 2. That's what I was trying to hint at. You know, on top of the Defy, we see that one card in hand. The Discipline is looking really tough for this Kaiser player because you have 3 damage from the Void Seeker. Or I'll take that back. You have 4 damage from the Void Seeker. I honestly thought it was Void Seeker into Falling Stars. He didn't defy the Void Seeker. Oh, he's sending a double mech, but it's on Reaver's Row. I'm wondering if you had to invest the spell into the Valmon's Lair one. Yeah, and I have the points backward. Let me fix it for you guys. Master Yi is the French player, guys. The right screen has it good. I have the points right now. Jace is the French player and Puresol is the American. So you do go up to 3 points, but that's not just feeling too good. I mean, he's going to be trying to hold because Master Yi doesn't get the ability on the attacker cores, but puts in another Noxus Hopeful, I would imagine, but sends in the back line. But he's defending for 4, 3, 7 plus the 3. So he's defending for 10. So this is looking rather tricky as a hit off the top is going to be the Sabotage. This is a really nice Master Yi build. I've been saying it before, strictly in those Chinese regional streams. I feel like Master Yi is definitely a bit criminally underrepresented in the Spiritforged meta. He's still a beast of a legend. He still has a great legend ability, and he has some of the great pairing color combinations. We're talking about body, we're talking about mind. So this is, not mine, we're talking about Calm, but the Charm, we said it was about to do work, and Charm coming out. Let's see who's going to be targeting the Noxus Hopeful. These plays are looking insane for Team France. The Charm to take the Noxus Hopeful, leaving the Reaver's Row at 6 defending might. The Doubloon Predator coming in. This is looking like not all but over, but going to 7 points, and Jace is extremely ahead. I think this might just wrap things up. A Sabotage at that. Yeah, looks like he's revealing the hand now. Yeah, Mitso, it was triggered from the Doubloon Predator. He managed to kill one Doubloon Predator, but to be fair, this is a slightly unfavorable matchup for Kaiza. Traditionally, you guys know how good Ramp Master Yi has really done in the past, especially against the likes of Kaiza. That was the one deck that kind of took over the legacy of Kaiza towards the end of Origins, at least in the Chinese meta for sure. And to make matters worse, the Dazzling Aurora finally hitting the board. You know, good stuff for Master Yi. He was able to do so much without that Dazzling Aurora. And now it looks like Tasty Faithful off the top. Where does he want to play it? He could play it anywhere. I think you're going to be able to hold at least one of these battlefields. Yeah, Quentin, if you're on Twitch, I believe they're on Twitch as well. It's under Leroy's stream. They're streaming it in French, guys. If you guys want to hear French casting, Leroy should be on stream, but it looks like that's going to be GGGG. Team France going up a point versus Team USA. So Master Yi doing some work there. Oh, Arena's Greatest could be a way to get this game rolling in your favor, of course. Obelisk of Power feels pretty good for Master Yi as well, as he knows he's going to be on the play, so that could be something like a Catalyst of Aeons turn 1. And wow, Master Yi, an Aurora Master Yi with Punch first. I love what I'm seeing from Team France. Oh, you know, we were wondering ourselves, what are some good sideboard additions from Kaiza? And we get our answers as early as now. It looks like Unchecked Power could have been coming in from the sideboard. That could be really good for him. And we said it, the Kalidas of Aeon starting as early as that opening turn. Perfect curve for Master Yi. Throws it back over to the Kai'Sa. Doesn't have too many good units as they're only at 5. So most likely going to develop out the Pouty Portal and hit the Paz. But going up to 2 doesn't feel too bad. As we know there's not an additional Dazzling Aurora. But tapping all 5. And of course an accelerated Kaiser Survivor coming down. Puresol going pedal to the metal, all cylinders on fire right now, 3-1. But of course already Master Yi trying to punish the overextension coming in and a bit itching to conquer. Completely forgot about the legend there, I wanted to say. Uh-oh, and a Falling Star does get invested. So Falling Star taking out the Master Yi before it comes down. Was it a Falling Star plus a Stupefy? Did I miss that? Oh, it's only 6. For some reason, I thought it was 7. Of course, Falling Stars is enough to get that done. The Pouty Portal going to be going on. The basic cores. Yodo holds up to 4. This isn't looking all that bad. But we do know what's coming online the very next turn. Uh-oh, chat. We have the Dazzling Aurora. What is going to be hitting off the top? The picture perfect hit might just be the Deadbloom Predator. Is he going to be fortunate enough to hit it is the question. It looks like a couple cards, all these spells, but it's going to be a White Flame Protector. That's actually decent. It doesn't really get to use its ability off the get-go because it's the only unit available and is not ready once it's played, right? And yes, Sai, I have Master Yi at 2. If you guys look at the points, he did score for Master Yi, so he's at 2. And Thermo Beam coming out. We said what is a good sideboard addition. All the sideboard cards coming into play as Puresol should be at 5 because they held, and now they're going up to 6. So this arena's grade is very favor towards Kai'Sa, it looks like, because Kai'Sa has 6, feeling decent, has something like unchecked power if he wants to play a little bit slower down the road, but tries to protect with a sentry just to see another draw potentially. Okay, 6-2, not too bad position. The Master Yi chosen champion no longer available, so not able to push in both battlefields, but you do have charm, right? So if Master Yi wants to go ahead and conquer arena's greatest, you could charm the Pouty Portal over, and then you go 2, but then Kai'Sa has to start from square 1, so I would imagine that has to be the most ideal play there. Looks like a Find Your Center will come down. Wow, an Anivia, chat. There we go. We don't ever really see it in Master Yi. Anivia do 3 damage across the battlefield. And Silent Code. This is set 2. This is set 2. If you see the Fairest Forerunners in hand for Kai'Sa, but the White Flame Protector does go up to 3. And chat, keep in mind, Jace is at 3. Jace is at 3. That's gonna make a big difference. I'll intervene if I need to. Yeah, Pablo, let's get some Spanish countries in here. Let's get a little bit around the world, and maybe we could set up an actual like series of countries, right? We can see like who qualifies to something like a World Cup or Riftbound, just community World Cup, because you guys know this is nothing like official, just like fun community events we like to put on. Oh, and he actually didn't invest in the charm. He feels confident that he's going to be able to hold with this White Flame Protector as Puresol is going to 7 points. All you need is a single point from here. Of course, a whole lot easier said than done because you have enough for something like an Unleashed Power or an Unchecked Power, but how are you going to push? You know, I think from here, you just try to start developing your back line. Fairest Forerunner, potentially a Fairest Forerunner runner number 2, but he's going for a Stupefy. Perhaps he's just trying to take it down, but it looks to me he was just looking for additional cards. So Fairest Forerunner, and he's actually 1 rune shy of something like... Wait a second. He played it into the Obelisk of Power, but he knows that Anivia is in the back line. And Anivia is going to be doing 3 damage to all enemy units here. So the Noxus Hopeful is going to be sticking around for 1. Howdy Poro is going to be going down. I honestly think Kaisa's best bet was just to go a bit more on the patient game plan. Kind of set up some strong board presence in the back. Yeah, because look, he put the Hopeful out on the battlefield. Interesting. Wait, the Nox is Hopeful on the battlefield. Seems like a bit of a overextension, because you know you have nothing to defend, but it looks to me you're trying to get a retreat off. You're trying to bait in the Anivia, get a retreat, get the extra rune. Oh, chat, you know what he's trying to set up? Or you know what you could have set up? Oh, no, never mind. That was last game. I thought he had a Time Warp in hand. I thought for some reason he had a Time Warp. I'm like, you're at 7. All you need to do is get to that, get to 7 in Time Warp. But it looks like Jace will be going up to 4. Yeah, Slap, I like that idea. We'll come up with, this is like the introduction to this kind of series of events. So we'll figure it out. We can get like Team Canada, Team UK, Team Italy, all the Spanish countries in there. That'll be fun. That'll be a whole lot of fun. Oh, one of many's. I like what you're saying. You like the push up so that you get unchecked power. Okay, he's thinking one more step ahead than I was considering, because I really like the Ferris Forerunner, but it looks like he's going to be spending 8, dropping the White Flame Protector, setting up the wall like he was doing on game number 1. Can he get it done in game number 2? And you guys are absolutely right. This, this unchecked power might be completely out of this world this next turn. It looks like there is no not so fast. Actually, you do have a not so fast, but it doesn't target a single friendly unit. It targets the whole entire battlefields. And how not so fast reads is counter a enemy or counter a spell that chooses one. Unchecked power actually doesn't choose. So here it is, the unchecked power coming down. Whirlwall's a 3 energy. You don't have 3 energy, so every single unit gonna be obliterated, sent to the shadow realm, if you will. And that is a huge swing of things. Poro is exhausted, so you're not able to conquer. But if you're able to set up one more unit, there he is. So that's setting up for the immediate 1-2 push. And there is no units available for Team France. It looks like Team USA is going to be coming back with a 1-1, bringing us to a game number 3. And guys, he couldn't win wall. Win wall's 3. He only had 2 energy, guys. DN, he could have win wall. He just didn't have enough energy. He was 1 rune short. Thank you, Kaio. And there we go, guys. Team USA a bit on the climb back, but that was on the play. That was Arena's greatest. Now it's a little bit of our uphill climb, because now we're going to have to play against Master Yi on the play, and that's where Master Yi shines, right? When Master Yi's on the play, you're able to get to the battlefield first, and when you're able to get to the battlefield first, you're able to get that Master Yi ability online first. So this is going to be a rather tough matchup for Kaisa, but she has really good sideboard additions. You saw the Thermal Beam coming in. We saw the 2 unchecked powers coming in. So it's going to be a little bit tough. The final game of this first round. 5 players from France versus 5 players from Team USA. Who's going to come out on top when everything's said and done? This is just the very first game. And Puresol has 1 up. Jace has 1 up. So it all comes down to this final game, guys. Oh, and a final game, it will be an Aspirin Climb Master Yi. That is going to be a tough matchup. But let's see what goes down, because maybe more time leaves more time to get some runes for like Time Warp shenanigans. We see a good card in the hand for late game, something like a Watcher. Now, I'm only slightly confused why there's 3 battlefields on the left. Did Master Yi leave his battlefields? Yeah, New Raw, welcome on in, brother. I messaged Randy. I just hope he doesn't headbutt me. Yeah, New Raw, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, New Raw. Italy versus France, just like in 2000. Oh, I love that. I love that, Nero. We could do something like that. So setting things, is this game one or game two? Disu is actually game number 3, is one apiece. If you look at the orange diamonds next to the flags, that's how many games they won. For anyone tuning in for the remainder of the stream, whenever you see those diamonds, that just means they're up 1 game. So they're each up 1 game, 1-1, as this is the decisive game number 3. And oh, that is different, chat. The Ravenborn Tomb. You do an additional bonus damage per proc. So a Falling Star would do 4 damage each. That could be a window of kind of dealing with Devlooms easier than not, as Puresol is going to be finding himself at 2 points so far. Let me reset the points. I completely forgot. Ravenborn, yeah. Ravenborn Tome. The next spell you play deals 1 damage. Each instant of damage that spell is increased by 1. Exactly right. Pretty much a Void Gate in a gear. You know, there is a world that Deadbloom Predator comes down, and it looks like Jace is thinking just about that. So recycling 2 body down to the bottom of the rune deck, going in on the Noxus Hopeful. There's nothing Kaiser could do. So Jace puts up his first point on the board, but that's all he had available to him. So the Punching Portal is going to be able to hold up to 3 points so far. Not bad, as you pick up the Falling Star. We were just talking about the Ravenborn Tome coming in, adding 1 damage per proc. That's gonna be 4 damage each Falling Star. That's exactly enough to get rid of the 8. You're gonna cost a bit of some resources in terms of rune economy, but I think taking out Deadbloom Predator is worth it. However, with that said, we are talking about Zhonya's Hourglass, so is it truly worth it? It looks like Puresol is going for it. So Falling Star, just to take it off the battlefield. Any little point counts, especially when we're talking going up to 4. Yeah, that's the tricky part, guys. There is a Zhonya's Hourglass. You do go up to 4, so you're feeling okay about spreading the margin in points, but you're not feeling the best that you had to invest so much for it to still be alive. you know, I mean, the Devlin Predator had to eventually proc the Zhonya's Hourglass. And here we go. We have the Deadbloom Predator pushing back in. So he's going to be going up to 2 points. And I like the setup so far, but this is going to be kind of hurtful for that back line. We see a Charm being set up most likely this very turn, charming in the Survivor up to Deadbloom Predator, allowing only the Poro to survive on the next turn. And the Poro plus the Watcher actually might not be able to do too much, as the Charm, as we anticipated, does come out, brings the Survivor in there, and down the Survivor goes. So not feeling too great. You got up to 4 points, but are you going to be able to score anything further from here? And Dean, I heard, guys, check your local Walmart, check your local Targets. It looks like Spiritforged is already released. I'm gonna head to Walmart after this event, but it looks like the cat. Oh, the repeated Desert Call. You know, Master Yi struggled on having smaller units, but a repeated Desert Call, getting 2 Might Sand Soldiers online. I love what I'm seeing. And actually, it's repeated. Wait. Is that really 2 per instance played? No, it's 1, chat. Why did he play 4? Wait. Why did he play 4? Am I confused? Or he played 2? Oh, I didn't even see the 2 copies. That is impressive. Double Desert Call. That is a monstrous back line. Though they're 2 units, that's still 2 units to deal 2, 4, 6, 8 of course. But Watcher coming down, bring that Deadbloom down to 5. That should be enough to conquer, and then you're able to push the Poro up to the Obelisk, so you're able to get to 6. But now you're gonna have to deal with the onslaught of Sand Soldiers. Not the most threatful, But you know, there's power in the collective, you know, the units themselves, right? Oh, Watcher traded 1 for 1 because of the Master Yi. 5 goes up to 7, of course. This is what makes Master Yi so powerful. You know, if Master Yi plays this right, I do see a path to victory for him, of course. He just has a great back line. He has good units to push onto. Punji Poro is going to be trading 1, but that will be enabling Jace to go up to 4 points currently. So Team France tying things up effectively, especially when we consider the fact that there's still a chosen champion in the zone for Master Yi, as he, of course, just gets played out right now. So this is looking good. Master Yi finally feeling a bit in the driver's seat as they have full control of both battlefields and has more backline units. And of course, Kaiser only has 8 runes to work with, dropping the Sentry, dropping the Noxus Hopeful, and that's as bad as good as you can get. But that's going to be enabling Master Yi to go up to 6 points for the first time in this game. Number 3, going to be going on the lead. Oh, this is going to be tricky. You do have a Watcher, but in my opinion, if Master Yi wants to anticipate something like that, perhaps he just retreats these 2 Sand Soldiers, because you know they're not going to be living. So I would imagine he's going to be on the more defensive game plan. Shadows of Aeons comes down. It looks like he's using it actually to draw 1 because of that second Texa line. When you can't channel 1, you actually draw an additional card. Picks up the Defy. Not going to be too fruitful in this situation, but decent card down the line for something like a Void Seeker / Hextech Ray. I think he meant to put the Master Yi for... Okay, he's playing the Lonely Portal. That makes sense. That makes sense. You play it onto the battlefield. You retreat your Sand Soldier. Now, the question is, do you want to retreat your other Sand Soldier? The answer is no. It looks like he values trying to hold both battlefields. And a Stupefy off the top isn't the worst. It's not the best, of course, but you're going to be able to get an additional card draw for playing it. The thing is, though, do you have to invest in the Watcher is the question. Watcher has 7 might. The Master Yi champion has 6 might. So it's going to have to be the Master Yi and a Sand Soldier invested onto Watcher. I believe this has to be your best line. Unless you want to kind of take a bit of a calculated risk. Go for a Stupefy. Pick up something like a Falling Star off the top. But that's a bit risky. I think I'm going to be playing with what I have in hand. But yeah, underscore, if you want to play a little bit more risky, and a Cathy and Rain off the top might just be the only out available for Kaiser, because things are not looking too good for Puresol. I mean, you have to do what you have to do. I believe a Watcher is needed. So you come down Watcher Accelerated, you take both battlefields, you go up to 7, and then try to defend with both Stupefies. And Eric, for those that don't know the book, it's Ravenborn. Ravenborn, the next spell you play deals 1 bonus damage. And that's each instance as damage. So if you play something like a Falling Star, or more importantly, if you play something like a Cathy and Rain, it's going to be doing 3 damage 6 times. So 18 total damage across the board. But it looks like he's doing one of the only plays he has available, going for the Watcher. And it looks to be on Accelerated, funny enough. So he does have the Watcher unaccelerated. Sand Soldier going up to 3. This is very important because we see that discipline in the hand of Master Yi. Uh-oh, this could spell trouble. Of course, you do have that backline Stupefy just in case. But he is going to be investing in the discipline right now. So going to get an additional draw. Let's see what Master Yi picks up off the top of the deck. He's going to try to rebuttal a little bit with a Stupefy, double Stupefy. So going to be picking up 2 cards. Yeah, Disu, I thought that had to be accelerated, but Defy coming down on one of those Stupefies, so it's only been going down to 1. So Discipline basically going 4 to 4 in this circumstance. So that is going to be not the best situation. And to make matters worse, you're going to be picking up a Sentry at that. And that's a tasty Faithfolk for Master Yi. You know, Team USA all the way, but I'm only going to be calling it how I see it. Master Yi in firm control of this game with a single Sentry in hand and a tasty Faithfolk that, funny enough, gets accelerated as well. I'm wondering, chat, did you have to accelerate the Watcher? I think you had to accelerate it there. Because then at the very minimum, Watcher's defending for 7. And perhaps you had to hold the Stupefies for defense. And keep in mind, guys, this is a aspirant climb, so you don't have to get up to 8. You have to get up to 9. So Jace will be just 2 points away from closing out this very first round. Team France looking to put up their first point on the board, as it looks like perhaps Deadbloom Predator coming down. Sentry is just there for the draw, but things are not looking too good unless it's going to be a monstrous pickup off the top. Something like an Acathian Rain with the Ravenborn might be the only available out. It might cost you a whole lot of resources, but at least you're able to take down the board. 3-3. That could take care of the Master Yi. Oh, but the Zhonya's Hourglass does get hidden on the Obelisk of Power, and it looks like a Pharaoh's Forerunner off the top. Nothing can provide enough board clear. This Kaiser is as good as dead, unfortunately. As we say, Team France should be going up a single game in this best of 5. Impressive stuff. This Master Yi definitely felt pretty in control throughout this best of 3 series. Kaiser having a bit of a rougher matchup. Did fantastic in game number 2 with that arena's greatest, but when the game slowed down, it definitely tend to favor the more late game deck. Those Raven. Actually, you know, the play that really impressed me here for Master Yi was the double Desert Call repeated. Who would have expected 4 Sand Soldiers just coming down? And they were actually able to trade with the Noxus Hopeful. Oh, and just a bunch of tasty Faithfolks off the top. But yeah, Master Yi is going to be able to hold up to 9. It looks like they're talking now. They're just drawing through their deck. And that should be all she wrote, chat. GGGG. Team France going to be taking the first game of this best of 5.